Well, hello, Ken Jamaca with WeHeartRoseville.com and Team Jamaca Real Estate, and I'm here with the amazing Randy Peters of Randy Peters Catering, Nosh Club, and 105 Noshery, and probably 15 other things I don't know about yet.
No, that's it. That's just it. So I'm not so amazing. I have this incredible crew. I've been doing this, let's see, March 14th I'll start my 54th year in the industry. I have the best management team and the best sales team I've ever had in my entire 54 years.
That is fantastic. I've met most of them.
Yes,
I
you
eat
have.
105 a few times now. So
yes, you have.
It's fantastic. He does have a great crew.
When we were in Citrus Heights, we were there for about 10, 11 years, 12 years, and we knew the last 2 years that we were there that we had to move, we had to change. We were out of room, we were busting out of the room. The health department would come in and go, Rand, you do a great job, place is so clean, but buddy, you're out of room. You can't bring in one more storage property. You are out of room. So we started looking, and so for almost a year and a half, 2 years, I would drive home down Vernon Street every single night. I would come to work down Vernon Street, and I would always look at this building, and I love this building, and I felt in my spirit that this was a great property. We knew that we wanted to have an event center. We knew that we wanted to really expand our kitchen capabilities. We knew that we wanted our sales team to have a property that when their customers came in, they felt really like, wow, these guys are really classy. They will take good care of me too. And then so when we were building it, we bought it and we were humbled at it. We're in our starting our 6th year here.
Yeah.
We knew, so we were looking and laying it out and planning it. We used a local company called Omni Construction.
Okay.
And so great guys. They did the event center. They did 105. They said, what do you want to do with this? And that's the restaurant. And I said, leave it alone. I said, and Lisa said, that's my partner, my boss. She's the CEO, president of both companies. I do exactly with her. Besides sleeping with her at night because she's my wife of 30 years, I do what she tells me to do.
I know that life.
Amen.
I have one of those.
Most of us do. So I said, Lisa, I think we need to do another restaurant. Oh my gosh. She goes, are you serious, Rand? I said, yeah, it's time. It's been almost 12 years since we've opened up a restaurant, and I want to do another one. In fact, Lisa, I want to do 3 more. So we went in, we got a great deal, worked with the Haney Group, awesome to work with them. We took about a year to do the rehab, opened it up as RPC Event Center, and we had 3 banquet rooms. We had the tasting room, we had the rose room, and we had the board room, and it was awesome. It was screaming. It was screaming until we all know what until. But we're still very, very proud of it. It's a great project.
I agree, and in fact, you pivoted well during COVID, right, with your takeout meals or your delivery meal shenanigan. We
did, and so during that time, so right before COVID hit, so December before March 17th of 2020, we started the construction on the restaurant. And we were excited. Omni was doing great. Then March 17th, the whole world was closing down, and Lisa and I are looking at each other, and I said, we have got to retool immediately. So by the 27th of March, we had started individual meals, and we started delivering individual meals at a very reasonable pricing for people that were shut in. I mean, it grieved Lisa and I that so many senior citizens, so many people that were so worried about contacting and getting COVID, and people that were concerned of their age, and they really were afraid. They were afraid, and so we put it at a very economical pricing. We did some great economical delivery fees, and so for about 3 to 6 months, we were delivering individual meals, and we were averaging, the first 3 months we were averaging, oh gosh, we would do anywhere between 1,200 and 1,400 individual meals a day.
Wow.
So it was awesome. I was very proud of my team because my entire team just retooled with this. Now, that it grieved us because before March 17th we had 90 to 100 employees. We were able to keep about 35 employees. Okay. Those that we couldn't, we helped them get unemployment. We worked with them, helped them. We would tell them to come in and, here, come get some food. Just let us feed you. Are you okay? Are you doing? so there are always casualties of things that we just went through, and it grieved us greatly. But the 35 that we were able to sustain, and they get a paycheck every 2 weeks, they were just incredible. They were fantastic.
That is great. And I've been here during that only 35 people time, and your staff is still smiling. They're still, they're all the things. Yeah, so yeah. My hat's off to you.
Thank you.
Hats off to you. Look at that.
Thank you. So we got 105, and we're very proud of 105. It's, again, we opened it in October 17th, then we closed it, and then we opened it, and then we closed it. And so all through this, I told Lisa and I we share our vision of where we want to go. I want to open up a total of 3 restaurants in downtown Roseville. I want to do a barbecue concept heavily because I want to honor so we had Vanita Ray's in the old days in Rockland and in Orangeville, where Vanita Ray was my aunt, and she had a real rare form of leukemia, and I wanted to honor her, so I named the restaurants after her. Or her parents, my grandparents, his name he's not alive anymore, it was Sleepy, and he owned a bust-out beer bar in Amarillo, Texas, and his wife's name was Aline, and she's really the one. It was a Sleepy's Lounge and Cafe, and it was very unique. But my grandmother was the cook, and so I would be up underneath their skirt going, "What's that? What are you cooking? Why does that smell like that? What is that smoke?" Randy, get back. And so she's really the one that got me started, and I want to honor them. So the barbecue place, we want to call it Sleepy and Aline's Back Porch Barbecue and Blues House. I believe if we bring blues to downtown Roseville, that there'll be quite a following, and so that's the second restaurant we want to get going.
Okay.
We're looking for that and trying to find a property down around here, maybe across the tracks. We're comfortable with that.
Sure.
And then the third one, I'd like to do a Mexican restaurant. We're pretty good at Mexican food, so I'd like to open up a Mexican restaurant and call that the Crazy Gringo. So,
okay.
And I think that would be me.
I would agree with you on all fronts. That's awesome.
I'm really the wrong person to talk about the challenges of Roseville. Yes, there are some. Lisa and I have always believed that when you go to a community, we have a philosophy that to whom much is given, much is required. And so when we moved up here in 1990 and we were very involved in Rockland, we were a very big part of Rockland. The first week we were open at Rosie's, when we opened up Rosie's in 1990 on Pacific Street, I convinced the Rockland Chamber, to move their business here. They were meeting at a hotel in Roseville on Harding, and when I met them, I said, and I was from LA, so I was 30 years younger also, but I said, why is Rockland meeting in Roseville? And they explained it to me. I said, well, I'm opening a restaurant in Rockland. It's called Rosie's on Pacific Street. I said, why don't you guys come here? And I asked them, what are you paying per person, how many people come? And so the first Tuesday we were open in 1990 with Rosie's, I brought the chamber over, and they stayed there until I left. And I sold it 5 years later.
Wow.
So we believe in being part of the community. You get involved, you give back. If they need something, you help them. You find out what the needs of people that don't have what you have. We have so many needs in our world and our community. So we participated heavily there. When we moved to Citrus Heights, and even though we were still in Rockland with Vanita Ray, in Citrus Heights we got involved. You get involved with the chamber. What do you need? What can we do for you? How can we help you? What do we need to do to help this community? So we got very involved there. And so when we came here, Roseville knew us because we'd been around a while.
Yeah.
But when we started the building, there was a lot of stuff. This building was built in 1957-58 for a Pontiac dealership. It wasn't retrofitted for water, for fire.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things we had to do, a lot of stuff underneath ground. And the city was incredible. They were great partners. We never viewed them as the enemy. We've never viewed the police, the health department, the fire department. Any department is not the enemy. They're there to help you. And so we've always believed in help them, do what they say, correct it immediately. And so we had no issues with the community, the city. The city treated us great. The natural issues of Vernon Street, is parking, in that Placer County is not used to what Sacramento is. Sacramento, you park your car, you walk around, you go to different restaurants, different bars, different shops. In Placer County, we'll drive around the parking lot 12 times to get the best spot to go into Nordstrom.
That's a true fact. Absolutely
it's
true.
Just, we're not used to it yet, so people want to park and be there immediately. So parking was a little bit of an issue. We don't feel like there's issues here. We will never move our corporate office from downtown Roseville. This is our home until Jesus calls me home. And I promise you, when Jesus calls me home, Lisa's out of there. She's done. She's finished. She just hangs out with me because she feels like that she promised me. So, but this is where our home is. We may go out and do other things in other cities, but this is our corporate office. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about physically or mentally or what.
That can get scary both directions.
Yeah, man. So. A lot of people, because for a long time now, since we opened up 105, I don't keep my sleeves down and that type of stuff. But I have a lot of tattoos, and I didn't get my first tattoo until I was 59.
Wow.
And so a lot of times people don't realize how many I have or that I have them. You know, anybody that knows me, you know, when I'm at work, I'm on. That's stage time. That's the same thing as being at Broadway. I love people. When I leave this property, I'm pretty quiet. I stay to myself a lot. But I mean, you know, if someone calls me and says, "Rand, we need something. We need to feed 20 people because they're homeless or they just lost their," Lisa and I are going to jump up and go, "Okay, where are you going to do?" And then on the way to the event center, we're going to call a couple of our chefs and say, "Hey, we need some help." So there's not, you know, I don't know. I'm not a mystery.
No, you're pretty wide open. That's a loaded question.
This is right where we're in right now. This is called the Nosh Club. No membership required.
Got it.
So during the COVID thing, and right before we closed on December 10th, Celebrations. What a great partner Celebrations is. Their business is in Roseville. Great partners. Do wonderful things. They put up the pavilion over there, the big glass building that we have, our patio. And then I called them, and one day I was out here and I'm looking at the yard, and the yard is where we have 18 vans, and the yard is where we keep our vans. And I'm looking, I'm going, you know what? I can make more money on these than these vans that are not moving. And so I brought Lisa out and I said, "Lisa," I said, "listen to me. What do you think about this?" She always hates it when I go, "Lisa, listen, I want to tell you something." And I said, "How about if we do like a 30 by 60 tent? We open it up and we put a bar in here, we put things on the walls, and we make it comfortable." And I said, "Let's kind of make it like a speakeasy. And people want to go have a cocktail. People want to hang out." And
totally. I agree with that 100%.
And she said, "Okay, I like it." So the Celebrations guys came out, and on December 9th, they put this up, and the Omni guys came and helped and put a couple things together, our pictures and stuff. And we closed down on December 10th. So when we opened back up on January 6th, we actually opened with this the first night. So the Nosh Club, no membership required, is opened up on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. On Thursday and Friday, we do live entertainment. In fact, they're setting up right now.
Wow, okay.
And you know what? And as I'm watching and I'm looking, I've got a bunch of people over here. You can hear the noise. And I've got a family, a little boy and a baby. And I've got another little kid over there sitting out on the... You know what? They're just hanging out. They like it. You know what? We are so tired of not being to hear voices. If you think about it, we didn't hear anything for months.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so nice to hear the noise, and I listen to these guys, and I'm watching them like the old days. They're picking up chairs and moving chairs over. And I mean, that's what a restaurant and hospitality is about. So, you know what? We like to have a lot of fun. We do some great specials. We do a bunch of fun stuff in the restaurant. We've got Super Bowl menu going on that you can come and grab and buy and go. I've got Valentine's. We're going to be opening up Sunday night Valentine's in the Noshery.
Nice.
So we're always just trying to do something fun, and we're trying to keep people to have some excitement and different. And so they go, really what our goal is for people to look at us and go, Randy is the weirdest guy we know, but he's always trying to give us something fresh and fun. So that's really about it.
I agree with that entire statement.
Amen.
That's fantastic.
You've eaten a lot of the, back in the day when we could be inside, all the fun stuff that we would do with the chamber and with your organization. We always tried to make the food different and fun, and so like you'd walk away and you'd go, you know what? That was fun. I enjoyed my lunch. I enjoyed my breakfast. So
absolutely.
Go to college.
Okay.
Get an education. Do not ever feel that you're entitled. You're not entitled to anything. You're entitled to work as hard as you can and to make as much money as you can and to bring everybody along with you as you can while someone's bringing you up. I would tell them if you're going to go into business for yourself, you need to be well funded. You need to have at least 6 months to a year worth of different accounts to make sure that you don't fall into the trap of using your payroll taxes and using the sales tax. And we have an intern with us right now from one of the local high schools, and we like working with kids. We like sharing with them. My favorite employee is a young person. And you try to pour into their life and try to explain to them that how valuable they were born. Every person, but especially I don't think young people know anymore. They were born with a purpose. They were born with a destiny, and they need to live it out, and they need to fight for it, and never quit, and never give up. We don't teach that to our young people anymore.
I agree with that.
And I just think that we have an obligation to tell our people our young people, how valuable they are.
And our old people.
Oh, amen. I think everyone's valuable.
I agree with you.
Amen. Oh, crud.
Crazy gringo?
No, heck no. This stuff that means nothing. You know what? I hope that the people that we tried to help and tried to believe in, and the people that we tried to bring along, that really and truly that they understand that we really wanted to lift them up and let them see what a value they are. I don't know. I mean, I hope that people that I work with will go off and carry that same attitude that Lisa and I have. You got to help people. You have to give back. You sometimes you need to suffer that you've given so much to somebody else. And in the long run, you always win. We're humbled that how we got through this last 10, 12 months, 10, 11 months. Life is good. God's great. And I was thankful when I woke up and I could breathe this morning.
You know, amen, brother.
Amen.
Well, I appreciate your time.
Amen. Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. It was fun.